Hi everybody, I hope you're feeling well. This is just the Harvesting Frog. Today we're gonna make the second part of the video about the price drop of the last 24 hours. So I'm gonna start right away by saying if you're not already subscribed to this channel, you should subscribe to the Harvesting Frog by pushing the red button just under this window. Otherwise, you can go on my Twitter and subscribe also at the Harvesting Frog. So that's it. We're gonna start right away with the video, and as I said, and I'm gonna change the disclaimer, no financial advice right here. And as I said in the first part in English, I've started with collectible. Now I'm gonna do some comics, but I've chosen only some common, and the reason is pretty simple. Oh, you don't see my mouse. That's weird. Oh, okay, yeah, you can see it right now. So the reason's pretty simple to me. I think it might be more interesting to look at common rarities of those collectibles, because they are the copies of physical one, and those version low min are always gonna be high values if the comic physical version is an high value. If it's not an high values, you're gonna have to look at some things like the fact that this is the first one Marvel comic, or the first one X-Men, like right here. This one's considered to be one of the first X-Men. Do you see the price right now? 16 gem. So for like maybe 200 gem, you might be able to get a pretty low mint. So you're gonna have to look at these things, and this is why I'm choosing to go with the common. I've choose some collectible to talk about, but we're just gonna look at the price of falling of the others, and we're gonna come back to these collectible. So Amazing Spider-Man number 252. This one might be a good to look at, because of the reason that, yeah, that's the comic version where there's not a lot of these. Like this one is 800,000 gem at the moment. So this version at 4,000 might be low price at the moment, and maybe not, but if the supplies could keep going up, the price might be going down. So you might have to keep an eye on look on that. Sometimes it might be interesting. I'm not sure about the Hulk, but he lost 7 gems worth 14%. Web of Spider-Man, I'm not sure about this one too, because I think we got too much Spider-Man comics right now. So I think in the future, yeah, a lot of them are gonna be valuable, but highly valuable, I'm not sure. I don't think so. It Monkey got a big community behind it, so it might be interesting to look at it. Captain America we're number one. We're gonna look at it further later in the video, but I think this one highly interesting. I think it's a good opportunity right here. I think it's totally undervalued. It might be one of these collectible that should be the same price that the Daredevil number one, and I'm gonna explain why later in the video, so stay there. And Daredevil number one, I think this one's highly interesting, even at 100 gem. That's the first appearance of Daredevil in a comic, and that's the Daredevil number one. So I think it's an old version too. That's not like the 2015 version like we got with the House of X. That's the first X-Men apparition in a comic digital form, but it's not a whole comic, so it's not helping about the price. But in the future, I'm pretty sure it's gonna climb back to reach other collectible, maybe like this one, So that's it. Daredevil number one, good opportunity, even at this price. I'm pretty sure about that. Where was Strider number one? I'm not sure. It's pretty low. It lost 2 gem. Maybe. The number 50, this is the same thing. I'm not sure about that, but as you can see, the price is already higher, probably because the fact that it's an older version, older comic. The physical version dropped like a long time ago. So versus this one that maybe dropped like 5 to 10 years ago, maybe maybe not even 2 years. We don't know. So I don't know. So Thor number 37. I think it might be interesting to look at this because it seems to be that this Thor is awkward. That's not the Thor that I know. I know I'm too young to know this Thor, but I think it might be interesting to look at it because if it's like Trog, it can be a version of Thor that could be liked or dropped as a 3D collectible in the future, and that we might get in, and this might help the price rise. Power of X, interesting, but I don't understand why it's the price is higher than House of X. Maybe because the physical version price is higher, but I think this one's more interesting because the fact that they are older character that we all know, those are like a new character, they're like space X-Men. I'm not sure about that, but it seems a little bit new to me, not to say weird, but okay. Fantastic Four with Hulk might be interesting in the future if we got another movie with Hulk and maybe with the F4, but I'm not sure. They've done a 2015 movie with the F4. I didn't look at it, but the cover seems weird, and the Torchman is black. So yeah, that's weird to me. I like black people. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna talk about it later in the video. So New Mutant number 98. I think this one is highly undervalued at the moment. It's gonna go rise over 70 gem easily in the future. Yeah, I think the physical version is a good one too. Is that one of those I've keep? No, because I've put some on eBay because I want to look at the price with you, but I don't want to make you lose some time by searching, so the search is already made. Fantastic Four number 5, yeah, might be interesting because I think it's the first appearance of Doom in comic, so yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty light because of that. That's an older version comic, that's not a recent one like this one. So I think this is right. The price is good. I think this one is undervalued at the moment. At this price, I know there's more version than the others version, but I think if we come right here to look at the physical version price, if you want one, I'm sorry, this one is okay. It was signed, but it was not sold. $2,900 for a 2.0 graded. That's, if I'm not wrong, that's like really bad. Like it's probably like it probably fall into water or something like that, but I'm not sure. But look, maybe not, because sometimes it might be worth, because look at this, 1.5, 2,000, but this one, there was $3,000 of shipping. Okay, yeah, I understand. So you understand, 4.0, 3,000, almost $4,000 for this coming, and now we're sleeping on this one at floor price 60. I think we should all go see for a low mint in the market right now. I think it might be a highly good idea to look at this like that, and the price, not the price, but the market listing is going up at the moment. So maybe we're gonna have to be careful because it might bounce other than cross. So if it's bouncing, I think it's gonna be time to buy because it might rise after that. But if it's crossing, look at the price going down and keep accumulating. I'm pretty sure it would be a good idea about this one. So not financial advice again. Fantastic Four number 21. It's pretty low, but I think I understand why. That's too recent. That's not known. That there's not a movie anymore. There's that it sounds dead a little bit. Fantastic Four, but the first version of this one was a pretty good one. It's an old version comic. It's love again. So at this price, I'm pretty sure it's a good comic and it's good to hold on. Oh, maybe not if you look at the price at the moment, but as you can see, it might be consolidating at the moment, and the listing is going down. So be careful with this one because it might not go down a lot lower, maybe, but maybe not, because the listing seems to be going down. When the listing seems to be going down, the price stabilize or goes up normally. So we're gonna have to look at this in the day to come. After that, I'm not sure about this one. I don't really want to talk about it, but what if might be an interesting one. It's already at 30 gem, and yeah, 30 gem, and I think that if we come right here, what if number one? You know, the listing is pretty low, but the price is tanking, so it's probably gonna be keep falling a little bit, consolidating. But after that, if it can rise back to 42 gem and you buy at 25, maybe it could be a really good flip. So again, keep a look at this one, and if you look at the physical version, it's not much. So don't forget to look at those things, like 9.0 right here, only $200, so really not much for a pretty good rating. If you want my opinion, 9.0 is not bad. I mean, that's not 9.8 or 9.6, but still, you know. So last one we're gonna look at. Okay, this one. If you don't got any of this, you should buy one, even if it's not necessarily the low mint. We should all want under 500, but if you can have at least have one, I'll get one. If I was you, I will absolutely try to get one. That's one of the first Marvel comic digital version on the apps, and that's one that is pretty light, you know, and you won't find a lots of them on the physical version. So in the future, it might be high price. Already 12 minutes. Okay, House of X, we're going to talk about it really fast. As I said in the past, lately in the video, House of X is going to be considered by a lot of people as the first version, you know, of X-Men as a comic form on the app. And as you can see, the price might be already be rising and the listing going down. There's not a lot. Total listing only 500, you know, that's not much for a comic that's like 40,000 copies on the market. There's only 500 on the listing, so keep an eye on that, you know, at this price. I'm pretty sure that's because some people are accumulating, and it's gonna be the same if you want my opinion for those two other versions. And that's gonna be one of the only time I'm gonna be voting for an uncommon or a rare at the moment, and it's gonna be because normally I'm a common guy because of the fact they are the first minted. After that, I'm the guy with the highest rarities, lowest mint always, but those two rarities doesn't look good at all. So, but when I'm looking at those two, this one is gorgeous and this one is so amazing. I'm like, oh, the price is pretty good, and look at that, the rare at the moment is almost the same price as the uncommon. So I think it will be a good time to accumulate on these. This one, this line, I'm sorry, I'm a little thirsty, so this one is looking so good, and this is not for nothing that it's almost reached the price floor of the next rarities. The artwork is great. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is gonna be highly compelling information in the future, and it can make you make a lot of bucks, you know. So I said keep that in mind, and after that we're gonna go back, and yeah, those two versions might be to consider too, with any rarities, and I don't know about those two. And we're gonna go at the little buddies right here, Captain America number 1, and the price is pretty low at the moment, 21, and there's only 21,000, so that's not 30,000, that's not, you know, 40,000, that's 21,000, and that's not a comic that's worth a lot, you know. We're gonna come right here, look at that, and that's for the uncommon as a physical version, because if we come right here and we go down, that's the uncommon, you know. So that's right here, and that's the common version, 9.8, $200, you know. But the fact is not that it doesn't worth much. If you want my opinion, those four versions look amazing. Their first appearance of a black character as a comic book in a digital version, uh, first of all, and I'm super highly supportive of any support in any communities that have been diminished and targeted for nothing in the past. And I think there's a big part that our history where we know that all a black or even a lot of Asian communities have been like, I don't like racist or racist thoughts. So I think this is important for the black communities. For that's even important for other communities, like even the gay community, on which they got the first gay character on VV2. That's Fastos. That's a Mighty Marvel. That's one of the character in the movies, The Eternal, and he got a boyfriend. He got a little boy, but he also got a boyfriend, and I think this is amazing. This the fact that he's black, the fact that and the first appearance of a black character as a comic, to me, worth a lot for the community. That's highly compelling. We should all support and hold those collectibles just to show our support into these kind of how can I say that, but that's a kind of a guideline. There's not really any race. There's different human beings coming from different roots, but at the end, it doesn't matter. So I think that we should support more all those communities that make human beings what they are. And this is one of the things I think we should do. We should all buy some of that to hold them, not to dump them. Never. Jamais. I was about to talk in French, but we don't want to talk. You don't want to dump that. You want to hold them and pass it to the next generation until they're not useful for any generation at all. Until people understand that that's something that got value because of what it represents. And that's why I think this is low price as fuck, and that we should all get every version of that to hold them until till the end. And I think it's gonna be the same with Sam Wilson, the Mighty Marvel. And I don't know why I don't got it right now. I'm sorry about that. That's the first appearance of a black man or a black character, in collectible. That's highly compelling. Do we got a first appearance of any black girl character too? Yeah, I think we got so, and I think we should all buy these just to hold them, just to show, as I said, our support for those kind of communities. So I think this one is gonna be highly valuable in the future just because of what I just said, and I think it's gonna be the same for this. Look at this. I think she's the first black woman to appear in a comic book as a collectible. Am I wrong? I don't think I am. And yeah, maybe it's not gonna be relevant with those two versions, but as soon as you buy those versions, that's pretty clear. And I think they are low price at the moment. I don't know if the price has going up or has going down in the last 24 or all the time, but the price is going up and the supply is going down. I think this is what we should do with should see with all those kind of collectible. So that's it. That was my thoughts about all those collectible comics that we got a price falling in the last 24 hours. Hope you enjoy. So peace.